the clamper circuits. A clamper is basically a circuit which is used to shift the DC level of an input waveform. First we will see what is the meaning of DC level, and then we'll see how a clamper circuit shifts the DC level of the input waveform. Suppose we have this signal. In this signal, this sinusoidal waveform is oscillating with respect to this reference level, which is at 0. And for sinusoidal signal, this reference level is known as its DC level or its average value. Similar is the case with a square wave also. These type of waves which are symmetrical about this horizontal axis and which are periodic, these kind of waveforms have their DC level equal to the reference about which it oscillates. So this is the DC level, and clearly it is seen that this DC level equal to 0 or average value equal to 0. Now if I make a waveform like this, in this waveform it is clearly seen that this waveform is oscillating with reference to a voltage V, but not 0 as in the earlier case. For this waveform we can write the equation Vm sine omega t if this maximum level is Vm and this minimum level is minus Vm. In this case, this AC part is different and its DC level is not 0, this time equal to V. So if I say that the maximum amplitude is V plus Vm and minimum amplitude is V minus Vm, then for this waveform the equation is V plus Vm sine omega t. Vm sine omega t. This is the equation for this waveform. Now we can see that for this waveform the DC level is 0. For this waveform is DC level is V. So this DC level shift is obtained by the use of clamper circuit. So uh, this is what a clamper circuit do. A clamper circuit shifts the DC level of any waveform which is applied at the input. Now we'll see basic clamper circuit. Now first we will see a negative clamper. Negative clamper. This is a very basic circuit of a clamper for which we have used a series combination of a diode and a capacitor, and we are expecting a clamped output across this diode. Suppose we have this input as a sinusoidal wave. For this sinusoidal wave, we'll see the operation of this circuit and we'll draw the waveforms also. With this circuit, we'll be drawing parallelly the input and output waveforms. Now, first, when we apply this voltage, when the input voltage in is in its positive half cycle, this diode D will be forward biased, and this forward biased diode will be replaced by a short circuit. If we replace it by a short circuit, or if we say that during forward bias it offers a resistance of RF, and this is the capacitance C. Now when the diode is forward biased, diode conducts and a current flow in this direction. Due to current flow in this direction, the capacitor charges with this polarity with a time constant RF into C, which is very low. Low RC time constant means capacitor takes a very less time to charge to the voltage equal to input voltage. Now when input reaches its maximum, if we take the maximum value as plus 10 volt and minimum value as minus 10 volt, then when input reaches plus 10 volt means at this point the capacitor charges with the voltage equal to 10 volts with the polarity shown in the figure. Now if input falls below 10 volt, suppose input fall to 9 volt from the 10 volt, so after this point if input comes here at 9 volt, then we can see the operation of the circuit changes a little bit. When this voltage is equal to 9 volt, from this point if we add the total voltage in this direction, we get this 10 volt with my negative polarity on this side, so we'll write it as minus 10 volt, and then this plus 9 volt, so the total voltage will be plus 9 minus 10 will be equal to minus 1 volt. From here to here we have calculated this voltage equal to minus 1 volt. If this voltage is minus 1 volt, it means this, if this point is considered as 0 volt, then this point will be at minus 1 volt. If this point is at minus 1 volt, means the diode was connected here like this. For this diode, its anode potential is less than the cathode potential, so this diode will be reverse biased, and now we'll replace this diode with an open circuit. So this will be the equivalent circuit of diode when input falls below the 10 volt after its positive peak. Now when input is minus 9 volt, we can see in this diagram that at this point we have a voltage equal to minus 1 volt, and this voltage is itself the output voltage. So for plus 9 volt, when input falls below plus 10 volt, its positive peak, input is plus 9 volt and output at this 9 volt is minus 1 volt. Now when input becomes plus 5 volt, then we will add this minus 10 volt it will be minus 5 volt. So for input equal to plus 5 volt, output is equal to minus 5 volt. Now the question comes, uh, can this capacitor discharge? As we can see that there is no closed path, because here we can see this open circuit. There is no closed path. For open circuit, the reverse resistance of diode is very high. So if capacitor tries to discharge itself, then the RC time constant will be RR into C, which is very high. Due to a very high time constant, capacitor cannot discharge, and if capacitor cannot discharge, it holds a voltage, a constant voltage across it, that is plus 10 volt, which is positive peak of the input voltage. Now if input is 10 volt, then minus 10 will be added by the capacitor, will be output will be minus 10 volt. So for this, output will be minus 10 volt. Now if input is in its negative off cycle, means it is at minus 5 volt, then minus 10 volt will be added, the resultant will be minus 15 volt. So this time the output voltage is minus 15 volt, and finally when input reaches its negative peak minus 10 volt, minus 10 is added, so the total voltage is minus 20 volts. When input is at minus 10 volt, output is at minus 20 volts. When we join all these points, we get a waveform like this. We get a waveform like this. As we can see that this waveform is a sinusoidal waveform at the output. Input was also a sinusoidal. For this output waveform, it is varying from 0 to minus 20 volt. So for this waveform, peak to peak voltage is 20 volt. For input also, minus 10 to plus 10 volt, peak to peak was 20 volts, and for output also it is 20 volt. This waveform, output waveform, is oscillating with respect to this reference level, which is minus 10 volt. So we can say that its DC level is shifted to minus 10 volt from 0 volt. Now we can draw some conclusion that a clamper circuit shifts DC level of input. Next, number 2, peak to peak voltage at output is equal to peak to peak voltage at input, means the peak to peak of output waveform will be same as the peak to peak value of input waveform. Number 3, shape of output is exactly same as input. The shape of input output waveform will be same as the shape of input waveform. And the next conclusion, and the most important conclusion, is DC shift is equal to the maximum voltage by which a capacitor charges. means the DC shift in the waveform is equal to the maximum voltage by which capacitor charges. So if capacitor charges by a 20 volt, DC shift will be 12 plus 20 or minus 20 volt depending on the polarity of the charging of capacitor. So the shape of output waveform will be same, peak to peak value will be same, DC shift will be equal to the maximum voltage by which capacitor charges. So these are the conclusions drawn from this circuit, from these waveforms. Now the next is positive clamper. We'll not discuss in detail. We'll draw just circuit because the operation will be similar. Positive clamper. For positive clamper, the diode will be connected like this. So in this way we can make this diode conduct in the negative half cycle, and first time this capacitor will be charged when this diode is forward biased, which is in possible only in negative half cycle. So the capacitor will be charged in negative half cycle. Now we can draw one more conclusion, that if capacitor charges in negative half cycle, comma, it is a positive clamper, as we can see in the wave in the circuit. When input has this polarity, then only the diode will be forward biased and this capacitor will be charged with the polarity. In this circuit, as we have seen in the earlier circuit, that the capacitor was adding a minus 10 volt to each value of input. In this case the capacitor will be adding a plus 10 volt to each value of input, and the whole waveform will be shifted above zero reference, that is the DC level will be plus 10 volt. Second, if capacitor charges in positive half cycle as in the earlier circuit, comma, it is a negative clamper. It is a negative clamper. Now we'll see some problems on clampers. Draw the output waveform for the clamper circuit shown in the figure. Now we have given this circuit. For this circuit, the input waveform is given a square wave with positive peak plus 10 volt, negative peak minus 10 volt. From the circuit we are able to decide whether it is a positive clamper or negative clamper. It is clearly seen that in this circuit the capacitor charges during positive half cycle. During positive half cycle the input is constant plus 10 volt, and plus 10 volt is greater than 2 volt, so diode will be forward biased, and as diode is forward biased, a current will flow through the capacitor and capacitor will be charged with this polarity. Now if input is 10 volt, out of 10 volt the 2 volt is opposed by this voltage source, 2 volt source, so the capacitor will be able to charge up to only 8 volts. This diode will act as short circuit. Diode will act as short circuit and the capacitor will be charged up to 8 volts. Now According to our conclusion, we'll try to draw the waveform. First, input is a square wave, so output will also a square wave. Next, input has peak to peak value of 20 volts, so output will also have a peak to peak value of 20 volt. Number 3, DC shift will be equal to 8 volt. 8 volt. If the capacitor is charging during positive half cycle, it is a negative clamper, so the DC shift will be minus 8 volt. So the waveform will be shifted by minus 8 volt below the reference. If this is the input waveform, we'll draw an output waveform. So this will be the output waveform. We can see that peak to peak value is 20 volt, and the waveform is oscillating with this reference, which is at minus 8 volt, so it will be its DC value, and the shape of the waveform is exactly the shape of input waveform. Now the next question, which was asked in instrumentation engineering: a voltage 4 plus 3 sine omega t is applied at the input of a clamper circuit shown in the figure. What will be the average value of output? What will be the average value of output? Now we'll see. This circuit is given in the problem. By observation, we can see that this is a negative clamper because capacitor is charging during positive half cycle. Options are given as minus 3 volt, plus 3 volt, minus 7 volt, and plus 7 volt. Now first we will see by how much voltage this capacitor will be charged, and based on this charging, the maximum voltage across capacitor, the DC level will be shifted. So the input waveform is 4 plus 3 sine omega t. For this 4 plus 3 sine omega t, we will draw its waveform. The DC level for this is 4 volt, and on it a 3 sine omega t is superimposed. So this will be 4 plus 3 equal to 7. This will be 4 minus 3 equal to minus 1 volt. Sorry, plus 1 volt. So this will be the exact waveform of the input. We can see that the input waveform is going maximum up to 7 volt. If it is going up to 7 volt maximum, this capacitor will be charged with this polarity up to 7 volt. Now based on our conclusion, we will draw the output waveform. It is a positive clamper, sorry, negative clamper, Input shape will be same, output shape will be exactly same as input shape. This was the waveform of input. First, this DC level was at 4 volt and the maximum was at 7, minimum was at 1 volt. Now after the circuit shifts its DC level by 7 volt, and as it is a negative clamper, the DC shift will be minus 7 volt. If this is the input waveform, then the output waveform will look like the input waveform, but there will be difference in the DC level. The clamper circuit shifts its DC level by 7 volt. At present its DC level is plus 4 volt, minus 7 will be plus, sorry, minus 3 volt. So the input waveform will be drawn here. It will have its positive at 0 and negative at minus 6 and DC level at minus 3 volt, because earlier the DC level was plus 4 volt and this clamper circuit shifts its DC level by minus 7 volt. So the resultant DC level is minus 3 volt. So this is the output waveform and this is the input waveform. So now we can conclude that this waveform is shifted by minus 7 volt, and for after shifting its DC level or average value becomes minus 3 volt. So the correct option is A. Peak detector circuit. Peak detector peak detector circuit is basically used to give a constant output, which is the peak of input waveform. Suppose this is a peak detector and we have applied an input waveform to this VM. Then this peak detector will give a constant output which will be equal to the peak of input waveform, that is VM. So this peak detector is used to detect or to hold the peak value of input waveform. The circuit diagram is very simple and it is much like a clamper. The position of diode and capacitor are interchanged, and here we have applied a sinusoidal waveform with maximum value Vm and minimum value minus Vm. As we know that this diode will be forward biased during positive half cycle of input waveform. So when this diode is forward biased, we'll replace this diode with a short circuit and a current will flow to the capacitor in this direction and capacitor will be charged with the polarity, and when input reaches its maximum value Vm, input reaches at its maximum value Vm, the capacitor charges with the voltage equal to Vm. Now when input falls below its peak value, suppose input is Vm minus 1 volt, the diode was like this. For this diode, at its cathode the voltage is Vm and at its anode voltage is Vm minus 1 volt, means cathode voltage is greater than anode voltage. The diode will be reverse biased and it will be replaced with an open circuit. When this diode replaced with an open circuit, now we can see that the input is disconnected from this circuit and output is equal to constant Vm. So the waveforms are like this. This is the input waveform with positive peak Vm, and we'll draw the output waveform. Initially, the capacitor voltage rises with the input voltage. When input reaches its maximum equal to Vm, thereafter the output voltage or capacitor voltage remains constant. So a capacitor is used to detect the peak of input waveform so that the output will be a constant equal to the peak of input waveform. So this is a basic circuit of a peak detector, and in this circuit we can see that the capacitor is holding the positive peak of the input, so it is a positive peak positive peak detector. The negative peak detector circuit is also similar. Negative peak detector. In the negative peak detector, the position of the polarities of diode are changed. In this circuit, the diode will be forward biased during negative half cycle, and during negative half cycle current will flow in this direction, and capacitor will be charged up to this voltage Vm with this polarity, and output V naught will be equal to minus Vm. So this is a negative peak detector. We have seen this peak detector circuit because uh, we will design another circuit which is called a voltage doubler. This voltage doubler uses a clamper circuit and a positive peak or negative peak detector. So the cascading of these two circuits will help us to design a voltage doubler circuit. In the voltage doubler circuit, the first circuit will be a clamper circuit which will clamp the input waveform to a DC level, to a higher DC level, and then the peak detector circuit will detect the peak of this clamped input waveform. Now the next circuit is voltage doubler. In the voltage doubler, first we will have a positive clamper. If we have applied this waveform at the input, this clamper circuit, which is a positive clamper, will change this input waveform to this one. The positive peak will be 2 Vm and the minimum level will be at 0. Now this output will be applied to the positive peak detector, which we have already seen. This positive peak detector will detect the peak value of input waveform, which is 2 Vm. So the output, this capacitor will be charged up to 2 Vm, and output will be a constant voltage equal to 2 Vm. 2-3 times this voltage doubler circuit is asked in the gate examination in instrumentation engineering, electrical, and uh, electronics engineering also. This circuit has combination of two. This one is positive clamper, which is used to clamp the input waveform so that its peak value can be doubled up to 2 vm, and this positive peak detector is used to hold the positive peak of the waveform which is uh, appearing across its input terminals. Now we can design one more voltage doubler in which the output voltage will be equal to the double of negative peak of the input. For this we'll require first a negative clamper. This is a negative clamper, and it will be followed by a negative peak detector, and the output will be this kind of voltage equal to minus 2 Vm. So this is a negative clamper and this is negative peak detector. Negative clamper and negative peak detector.